One of the things that, that stood out of that track was the fact that he asked for amnesty, for kidnappers. And a host of people might not agree with that particular stand. Where do you stand on that?
I don't agree with it. It smacks of a system that has failed. Does that mean that any crime we cannot combat, we offer the perpetrators amnesty? No. It won't solve the problem. They've offered amnesty to the militants in the Niger Delta. It has not stopped fully. You still have oil theft, which is even more dangerous to the society than what they were doing before. So amnesty has not solved the problem. We must solve our infrastructural problems, our developmental problems. We are still at a very infant stage of development. There's so much corruption in the air. We don't have good role models. You see a youth, a young man in secondary school, the people he looks up to are people who have made money from crime.
Okay. Well, I'm aware of some of these cases which the police, several of them, I think, I know of Lagos, I know even some in Delta, I'm not sure about Edo, I think that is, but I also know of one in Imo, and they have caught some of these kidnappers, but that does not mean that they don't have to do far much more than they're doing. What do you think about this police attempt to come up with this BCMR in a bid to check this kidnapping, robbery, which is what we're talking about today?
You see, the position the police is taking on solving the kidnapping thing is laudable, but there must be support from other agencies. You see, if they don't coordinate their efforts, it won't work. A situation where kidnapping takes place from both Edo State, it crosses to another state, how do you coordinate it? There must be a well-mapped out plan.
Isn't that part of what the building that the President commissioned recently in Abuja for agencies, security agencies to begin to work together? Won't that help?
It will. That's what I'm saying, that they must come together. Different agencies, not just the police, the state security services, even immigration people. You must be able to say, look, we are looking for this face. If it crosses the border, alert us. You know.
That goes back to the database.
Yes. That is why in other occasions I've said, look, if we don't have reliable data, we cannot do anything. If you see my fingerprint somewhere, you must be able to know it's me.
So you welcome it? You welcome the idea?
Of course.
But do you have any fears whatsoever? I
look at implementation. I look at sustainability. You know, when you have laudable projects, someone else might come who does not have the vision for that project. But if a system is in place that, look, this is what this is set up for, let us not derail from it. It will run itself.
Are you confident that that kind of system can actually exist within the Nigeria police?
It can. It can. My only problem is with those that will implement it. It can. There's nothing stopping it. These things are not difficult to do.
You just nullified what you said, because I asked if you were confident it was going to run without hitches.
There's no system that can run without hitches.
Okay.
But from looking at things, I mean, I know that you never know the way some of these things go. If you suggest one thing, they might just politicize it and tell you, oh, no, at the end of the day, they play politics with it. Because some will wonder, what about states in all of this? If they were to begin to get the data of all their citizens, would they cry? Would there be any hue and cry? Or you think, oh, no, let the federal government do it? I mean, should we politicize any of this?
You see, that's why some of us have been saying, look, state governments don't want to embark on certain projects that will be for the general good. Instead, they are fighting for state police, control over resources.
Isn't state police for the general good
of
the states? Residents
they want to use that state police to have a firm grip on power. What they should do, there's no law stopping a state from having a comprehensive database. You know, the world is even going off just using your fingerprint. if they get your DNA, they want to be able to use anything that they can read your DNA from to know who you are from the road. From the road.
How do you deal with suspicion of the citizenry? They don't naturally, I mean, somehow, either by default, they don't just trust anything coming from government. They look at it with, they have a second look before they even give a nod.
Well, you won't blame the citizens that much. One, government had disappointed them in the past. You have a situation where you will call people to come and contribute to government for a specific project. They will contribute money, they will pay their part. That thing will not be done. I've had clients who paid for houses and only for the government to not even refund their money. Their money is stuck there for more than 10, 15 years. And they can't even do anything. They go to court, it's slow. Now, coming back to government and getting the citizens' confidence, they need to work on it. If you tell the citizens you are going to do this, you do it. Because it doesn't really cost government much. But you find a situation where a state government does not want to have an accurate data. It's only Lagos State that is attempting it. And they're attempting it
Ondo State too is also doing that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. They are doing all these things so that they can have an accurate data on what to expect, which is also good for planning. But they're using it to boost their internally generated revenue.
You had to drop that. Okay, well, Emeka Nwakpo is a legal practitioner. Thank you for coming, and I will end on that note.